The next item is called A Show of Unity. Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra, collaboration with German orchestra, marks World War I Armistice Centenary. By Laura Davis, Liverpool Echo, Wednesday, November the 7th. Almost nobody coughed. Virtually no one shuffled in their seats or rustled their programmes. Such was the spellbinding effect of Britain's war requiem on the audience. And this was in Germany, a nation with no tradition of marking the end of the First World War, because for its people it had been the beginning of a new set of troubles. In fact, members of the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra had to explain the significance of the red poppies on their lapels to their fellow musicians. Yet the significance of this concert, performed by an orchestra seamlessly made up of players from the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra and Hanover's NDR Radio Philharmonia to mark the centenary of the Great War's end, was obvious to all who witnessed it. "Isn't it hard to believe we were at the war with these people?" said NDR Radio Philharmonia's softly spoken principal conductor Andrew Maines, who came up with the idea for the concert. He pauses as musicians from both orchestras interrupt to say how proud they have been to be part of such a significant performance. "The musicians have got on incredibly well. The atmosphere in the group has been amazing," continued Maines, who is also the RLPO's principal guest conductor. Britain's Benjamin Britten's work fuses poetry in Birkenhead's Wilfred Owen, killed in action a week before the armistice, with traditional Latin texts, both of which were translated for the German audience. "I am the enemy you killed, my friend," sang German baritone Benjamin Apple to British tenor Ed Lyon in an extremely moving final movement. The concert will be repeated in Liverpool Cathedral this weekend. "It wouldn't have worked if we had performed in just one city," said Maines. "It's appropriate that we're here in Hanover because Liverpool was blitzed horribly, and so was Hanover towards the end of the war. And afterwards the centre of town was just non-existent. It's not something they talk about much in Germany, the way the Germans suffered, just as the British civilians did. I felt the project was a valuable thing, and that's borne out by the atmosphere in the audience today," he continues. "I think they got what we were trying to do. Musicians playing music together. You can't make an EU treaty that gets that to happen. It's a magical thing that has to happen between people. It feels right that such an ambitious collaboration should involve Liverpool, a city known for gutsy independence, whose people predominantly voted Remain in the Brexit referendum. A city whose recent rebirth was built on the transformational power of culture. Learning from Liverpool means learning to win," Hanover's Mayor, Oberbürgermeister Stefan Schlostock, said of his own city's bid to become European Capital of Culture in 2025, during a reception held to welcome the Liverpool contingent, including Lord Mayor Christine Banks. He offered the hand of friendship beyond the Brexit negotiations. "While Brexit is set to burn political bridges, together we will send out a message of solidarity and togetherness, opposing separation and isolation," he said. "Culture brings us together, even in the midst of political differences." These were certainly a few days centred on similarities rather than differences, as well as both cities being named UNESCO Cities of Music. A short walk around the German city centre brought home how much they had in common. They too have a bombed-out church, like our St. Luke's. Agadenkirche had never been rebuilt and stands as a permanent reminder of the lives lost in air raids during the Second World War. Liverpool has always seen itself as a city on the edge, looking out to the rest of the world rather than landwards to Britain. The RLPO's collaboration demonstrates how the city is uniquely positioned to continue building relations with Europe post-Brexit.